it's the Republicans' fault. No, it's those damn Democrats that are in office. They've ruined everything. It's the corrupt politicians is the real problem. Those big, high-paid CEOs, they've ruined everything, took all the bailout money. And on and on and on. Negative, negative, negative. Very rarely do we hear positive solutions that can bring about real change. Well, I firmly believe that all of the problems in our country can be traced back to one thing: the deterioration of the family unit. All those politicians, the corrupt ones, the corrupt CEOs, they all started in a family. Might have been a dysfunctional family, might have been a broken family, but nonetheless, they started in a family. Back in 1986, Pope John Paul II coined the phrase, "As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live." Think about that for a second. As the family goes, so goes the nation, and so goes the whole world in which we live. He saw the deterioration of the family unit and knew what it would eventually lead to. In Jeffrey Odo's book, The 10 Kidmandments, Jeffrey Odo says, parents should be judged not by the cars they drive or the possessions they accumulate, but how much positive impact they have made on those they love. He also goes on to say that raising children is the most challenging and rewarding job we will ever have in our lives. If you're looking to ameliorate your parenting skills, it's a great book to get. Well, folks, the stage is set. The world is waiting. So is my technology. But we don't have to wait anymore.
Oh no.
That's it. We don't have to wait anymore. We don't have to wait for the heroes, because the heroes of tomorrow, they're going to raise tomorrow's children and tomorrow's leaders, our moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, just like you and just like me. Everyday average parents doing their job. Heroic parents, to me, at a time in our society when it's gotten really difficult, we're busier than we ever have been before, when we have so many distractions. Not only do we have the TV to deal with, we have these handheld devices, we got laptops, so much stuff vying for our children's attention. Heroic parents are parents that fully embrace their role and their vocation, and the most important job they have is of raising their children. I want to share with you 3 basic qualities of heroic parents. Point number 1, heroic parents model the behavior that they want to see in their families. Another way to say this is be the change that you want to see. Stop complaining. You want to change the world, change yourself, and change your family first. Point number 2 is heroic parents provide structure and accountability. And point number 3 is heroic parents reject passivity. Somewhere along the line, when it came to parenting, we stopped actually embracing our role, and we just started kind of going through the motions. We just said, this is difficult, and we kind of threw in the towels as a society. So point number 1, model the behavior that they want to see in children. Can we all agree that the do as I say, not as I do method of parenting is broken, it doesn't work? Raise your hands, can we agree? Kids see that, they see what we're doing. I've had the blessing of having 2 families. I like to say I'm on my second life, same wife, because it's much cheaper that way. We had 3 children. We had 3 children, waited 9 years, and had 3 more. I call them G1 and G2, Generation 1 and Generation 2. Generation 2, we see everything that's going on. It's amazing, because before they can even talk, these little 1 and 2-year-olds running around my house, now they're 2 and 3. I used to have an iPhone. It was amazing. They knew we'd give them phones that didn't work because we didn't want them touching our phones, and they'd throw it down. They'd stomp off because they wanted the real phone. When I had the iPhone, the little one knew that if they pushed the circle button and then they went like this, they could turn the lights on, and then they could start doing stuff, looking at applications. Well, I switched to the Evo. It took them like inside of a week. They knew that they didn't push that button, and that they go like this, and then they go like this, and that's how they get the phone started. It was just amazing to me to sit there and watch. Oh my gosh, they don't even speak a word. I didn't sit down and say, okay, here's how you turn the phone on. I didn't instruct them. They watched my behavior. Modeling the behavior is so, so important. Point number 2, provide them structure and accountability. Kids want to know how to win the game. Don't you want to know how to win the game? That's why we practice in our house what is known as 10, 20, 30, go. We establish the rules and we say this is what we expect from our kids. We want 10 minutes of prayer, 20 minutes of reading, and 30 minutes of work each day. The cards come, this is to communicate, educate, and hold them accountable. And on the back it has virtue and value-based theme words so that you're delivering a little bit. This week the word was courage. This week it's focus. It's tied to a scripture verse, something real that the kids can hold on to. Point number 3, reject passivity. At a time when it's so easy just to say, you know what, let the parents, or let the coaches do it, let the teachers do it. They can learn how to do it on YouTube. Anything they want to do, they can learn on YouTube. Is that really what we want raising our kids, is YouTube and Google? No. That's our job. That's our role. It's the most important role that we have. In the book, Love, Warmth, and Discipline, Val Peters explains that we adopted this permissive parenting. And permissive is a cousin to passive, and it's bad. It's really bad. It's just sitting there doing nothing, basically. In conclusion, if we can take back the ever so important job of raising our children and start today by modeling the behavior that we want to see, providing them structure and accountability, and rejecting passivity in our family, then help is on the way. Heroes will arrive. My question is, will you be one of them? Thank you.